I can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces, and then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know, that was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, the definition of man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, the definition of game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Topsoil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Yo! What's good? We are here. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my lovely lady, April MC. Shout out to Monogamous Player, Studio Horror Music in the building. Dukalex, what's going on? Shout out to Steve O'Baby. Torinato was good with you. Shout out to you. Shout out to Mike Chain in the building. Advocate NYC in the building. Joe Black. Also got up in here. Bailey is up in here. What's good with you? Shout out to Lou. What's going on with you, Ludway? What's popping with you? Shout out to you. Appreciate you being here. Ibram is here. Phoenix is here. What's going on? Blastomatic is here. What's popping? Chris M, what's good with you? Appreciate you tuning in. Rex Corp in the building. What's going on, beloved? What's popping with you, man? So today we're talking about never take women seriously if you want to succeed in dating. Okay? Never do it. Never, ever do it. Don't do it. But before we get into all of that, y'all already know what we got to do. Y'all already know. So let's just do it and get it cracking. So make sure you guys go to CunninghamElements.com. Get the Masculine Identity Parfum. Get the Masculine Identity Soap. And get the shea butter. Make sure you guys do that and get that cracking. Go to CunninghamElements.com to get it going, man. You guys got to be on CunninghamElements.com to get those products right now. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys do that. Also, make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com. Get your online dating consultation with myself in April. Make sure that you guys go and get this if you are not on the online dating consultation. If you have not gotten the online dating consultation, you need to get one ASAP because we help you with your pictures, bio, and we teach you how to send the messages that'll get the women off the site to come and see you in person. Also, make sure you guys get Massive Game Collection. Get that.
Do it.
Get that
Just
going.
do it.
24 of my products at one low price. Get all the products for one low price. Get that shit cracking. Also, make sure you guys get Master the Vetting Process, because vetting is mandatory. To know how to vet is mandatory. If you do not know how to vet, you are slipping out here in these streets. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys do that and get that going. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com, masculineidentitymembership.com.
Do it.
So that you can get on the Zoom calls with Miles every Monday so you can step up your game. And also make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com Join the Bad Boy membership so you guys can get 45 to 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials on the Bad Boy membership. And last but not least, make sure that you guys go to patreon.com so you can check out the Bad Boy Show. Every week we drop in heavy game on the Bad Boy Show. If you're not on Patreon, go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario, patreon.com/Mr. Locario to join the Patreon. We do it every week. We talk about current events and we spit heavy game on the Bad Boy Show. We talk about a lot of stuff that we can't talk about here on YouTube. So make sure you guys go to patreon.com to get that cracking. Get on the Patreon. It's right there at the bottom. Patreon.com/Mr. Locario. April put the link in the chat over there for you guys to click on. So make sure you guys go to patreon.com, join the Patreon, and get it cracking. So guys, today it's not going to be too much of a long show. We'll probably be here for about an hour. So make sure you guys, if you want to call up now. You understand? So that you guys can get this cracking. Or if you have a question, excuse me, if you have a question, my voice is getting hoarse out here in this weather. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat and we will get to your question. You feel me? So let's get into this topic. We're talking about how you should never take women seriously if you want to succeed in dating. So what are we talking about here, right? So what you got to understand is that a lot of the problems that you guys have in a dating game is because you're taking women too seriously. You understand? And what I mean by you're taking women too seriously, what I'm saying is that you are too woman focused and you're not focused on yourself, right? And we always tell you guys the game is not about women, but you guys want to, always make it about women. And so you're so focused on the women, and this is why you're taking them seriously. So for example, a lot of you guys got to understand, and this is something that you might not be aware of because it's, it's basically you're conditioned this way and it's in your subconscious, is that most of you guys date, right, based on what you think a woman wants, right? I'm going to say it again. Most of you guys date based on how you think you should date to try to impress a woman or based on what you think a woman wants, right? This is why guys go on 3 dates. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, let me go on 3 dates first and then see, maybe we'll have sex after the 3rd date, right? Let me court her, right? Who gave you the idea of courting? Why are you courting the woman knowing you don't want to do this? Let me get on the phone and talk to her for an hour to make her comfortable. Why are you doing this? You think you need to do this because you're taking her seriously. You understand? Like a lot of the ways that you guys are dating is based on you making moves with you thinking you have to make those moves in order to attract women. So you say, well, I got to talk to her on the phone because I got to get her, comfortable with me, Locario. I got to do that. And like, how am I going to be able to get her to meet me if she's not comfortable? I got to spend an hour, 2 hours getting to know her so that she can be comfortable. Well, Locario, I got to go on, 3 dates with her because, we got to court these women and be a gentleman and all this other goofy shit, right? And all this stems from you taking women seriously, right? Because what happens is that you are taking seriously the ideas, right, that society and women have implanted in your head. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you're taking seriously, right? So you're trying to become what you think you're supposed to become in order to attract women, right? See, even when you guys watch us, you're watching us, a lot of y'all, because you're like, oh, I want to learn how to get some pussy and attract women and all this other stuff, right? But see, we teach you guys how to be men, right? So that you have a program so that when you're dealing with women, the women follow your program and then you're able to attract the women that way, meaning that they're attracted to who you are and what you're about. And so they're submitting and adhering to you. You understand what I'm saying? But what happens is nowadays, a lot of you guys take women too seriously. And this is why you're frustrated. This is why a lot of guys are angry at women. This is why even like stuff like the red pill and all this other stuff, exists because guys take women seriously. Now, what you got to understand is this. When I say don't take women seriously, right? What I'm talking about is I don't want you to confuse that with being careless with women or not paying attention to what you're doing when it comes to women, right? But when I say don't take a woman seriously, what I'm saying is that you are not supposed to be paying attention to or thinking about what women want. You understand? You have to stop paying attention to what women say they want and trying to become that for them. Stop doing that shit. And a lot of guys do this and they don't even realize they're doing it, or they realize they are doing it and they're still doing it anyway because they think this is how they're supposed to be. See, understand this, right? For example, a lot of guys will hear women say, well, I'm dating with intentions. I'm dating with a purpose. I want a guy who's going to commit to me and be serious. And, I'm not here for the games and blah, 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 yada, 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 all that other goofy shit, right? Now, a woman can say she wants that all she wants. That's fine. That's her prerogative. She can want a long-term relationship. She can want to get married. That's awesome. There's actually nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with a woman wanting those things. But check this out. It is not your job to give women what they want. I'll say that again. It is not your job to give women what they want. Understand, it is a woman's job to get what she wants from you. It is not your job to give a woman what she wants. And so what happens is that when you guys take women seriously, what you do is that you say, oh, well, I hear women saying they want this, that. So let me give women this, that, so that I can get her to like me. You understand? So if you meet a woman and she's like, oh, I want a serious relationship. I don't want a long-term thing and blah, 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 blah. Hey, that's great. I hope that you get what you want, right? But it is not my job to give that to you. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that when you take the woman seriously, you start to make it your job. You start to formulate how you move and how you do things based on what the woman wants. So for example, you may not want to talk to a woman on an hour, or you may not want to talk to a woman for an hour on the phone when you first meet her, right? But you end up talking to her on the phone for an hour. Why? Because she's like, well, I want to get to know you a little bit before we hang out. I know we matched on the dating app, but can we talk a little more before you, right? So you're like, all right, cool. So I'll do this for her because I know this is something that she wants. And then if I give her what she wants, then she'll come and see me and then I'll get what I want. You understand? And then so what happens is that you end up doing those things because you're taking her seriously, right? And then you talk to that woman for an hour, quote unquote, getting to know her. And then the day of the date comes and she hits you with this, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Don't hate me, but something came up. I just can't make it tonight. Right? So you spent the whole hour on the phone with the woman and she's flaking. Right? And now you're frustrated because you're like, damn, this chick flaked. I done spent the whole hour talking to this girl. Now, this is the funny part. See, the reason why you are also upset is because she's flaking, but understand that you're not supposed to take women seriously. So you shouldn't even really get upset when a woman flakes. Why? Because you shouldn't take women seriously. Because women are going to flake. You understand? Women are fickle. Women are here today, gone tomorrow. Women are going to feel this way today, and then they're going to feel this way the next day, right? See, a lot of guys take what women say and do seriously, and this is why they get frustrated, right? You listen to, like, a lot of guys, for example, guys will get excited because a woman says he's handsome. Oh, she said I was handsome. She said I was cute. She said I was fine, right? And he's all gassed up. It doesn't matter that she says that you're cute, fine, and handsome, right? Because that same woman who said that you're cute, fine, or handsome, in some cases, still ain't fucking you, right? So you thought that her talking about you was fine and handsome, that was you getting you closer to the pussy. But then you realize that shit ain't popping off. But the reason why you're frustrated is because you took her seriously. You understand? See, guys, you're not supposed to take anything a woman is doing or saying seriously. This is why you're supposed to lead the woman and only pay attention to when she's following your lead. That is it. That's it. I don't care. Listen, I don't care if you fucked a girl and she came 37 times and she said, oh my God, you have the best dick ever in the world. Oh my God, I'm so in love with you. Oh, this is the best thing. Oh my God, I love you. You're the best. You're the amazing. Don't take her seriously. You understand what I'm saying? Because what a lot of you guys do is you guys get caught up in what women say and what women do. You understand what I'm saying? And then you start getting emotionally attached. You start getting gassed up and all this other stuff. And then when that same woman who's saying you got the best dick on earth and oh my God, I love you and you can have your way with me and you're the best and you all of this other stuff, when she leaves you on red randomly, you're going to lose your shit. Why? Because you were taking her seriously. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to my dude, K-Zagging in the building. He said, take a woman serious like getting mad at the shark who bit you because you were swimming in the ocean. Exactly. That's a fact. That's a fact. Like most of the things that you guys get frustrated about when it comes to dealing with women is because you're taking women seriously. You understand? Oh man, she flaked. I'm so upset. Why? Of course she's going to flake. That's what women will do. They'll flake. Oh, I'm so upset, man. You know, she told me that she was really feeling me. And then she, all of a sudden, I didn't hear from her in a while. Really? Oh, you really took her seriously when she was telling you all that bullshit? Interesting. Oh man, Locario, man, I took her on 3 dates and she said she had such a good time. And then when I hit her up, you know, I didn't hear from her again. Oh, so you mad about that? You upset? You tight about that? Oh, Locario, I've been courting this girl and all of a sudden she said that she doesn't feel the connection and she just wants to be friends. Really? So you mad? Really? Oh, because you were taking her seriously, weren't you? You understand what I'm saying? Guys, do not take women seriously ever. At any point. See, this is the thing. All you do is this. You meet a woman, right? You tell her what to do. She does it, and then you allow her to be with you. Then once she starts acting funny, you dismiss her. That's all you need to do with women. That's it. All this feelings and, oh my God, I'm so in love with her. This is why men shouldn't be in love. That's a whole other story. Oh, I'm in love with her. She's my person. You know, guys, stop taking women seriously because understand this. You're taking women more seriously than they even take themselves, right? Because this is the thing. Notice how you hear women always talk about how, you know, oh, I want something serious. I want something real. I'm tired of the games and all this other stupid shit, right? But what happens is that these same women who say they want a serious, monogamous, intentional relationship, right? These are the same women who keep complaining that they can't find a man. But isn't it suspicious that generally women complain about not finding a man when they have access to hundreds, thousands, and with social media, millions of men that they can encounter every day? But this is what happens though. Most of the guys they encounter don't have game. So they're like, okay, these guys suck. Then there's a small percentage of guys that they're really into, right? But then what happens is that the women, they don't have enough game to actually keep the attractive guys they're into interested, right? So they say they want a certain thing, but what happens is that they're not taking themselves seriously enough to be attractive enough to keep a guy interested in order to get what they want, right? So then what happens is that most of you guys who are encountering women, when you interact with a woman, right, she is trying in some form or fashion to have some sort of, control or dominance over the situation so that she doesn't get hurt anymore. See, a lot of women are frustrated because they've been hurt a lot by guys that they wanted to be with, right? And so now what happens is that they start to say, well, you know what? I'm dating with intentions, and a guy has to take me out to dinner. No more coffee dates. And a guy has to court me. He has to treat me like a princess and blah, 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 because she's trying to shield herself from getting hurt or getting played by the alpha males that she's been fucking who didn't want to stay with her. So now you hear that woman say all this shit, and then you're taking her seriously, and you're like, dun, 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 I'm going to be the Captain Save-A-Ho. I would never treat you like these guys treated you. I'm going to be the best guy ever for you. You say you want something intentional, I'm going to be the intentional guy. You say you want to be courted, I'm going to court you. You say that you want a guy to treat you well, I'm going to treat you well, right? So you become the Captain Save-A-Ho because you're taking her seriously, hearing all the shit that she said. No coffee dates with me. It's going to be the finest 5-star restaurants for you, my lady. You understand what I'm saying? And then so what happens is you take her seriously, but all she's doing is that she's talking from a place of pain. She's like, I don't ever want to be hurt again. So I'm going to demand that men do this, and that. But guess what? Who can she make demands on? She can only make demands on the weak motherfuckers who ain't got no game. Right? So what happens is that the weak nice guy dude is going to take her seriously. And he's going to be everything she says she wants. He's going to be everything she ever said she wanted and more. And guess what she's going to do? She's going to be like this.
Get out of here, you damn nigga.
You understand? She's going to be like, I'm bored. This guy, he doesn't turn me on. You know, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. Maybe we should just be friends. Blah, 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 blah. You understand what I'm saying? So then what happens is that because you took her seriously and you're trying to give her everything her heart wants and desires, you end up being that nice guy that she shits on. Isn't that interesting? And see, the thing is that the guys who didn't take her seriously, those are the guys that she's crying over. Those are the guys that she's texting in the middle of the night saying she misses. Those are the guys that she comes over at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and has sex with. Those are the guys she's, buying them shit, giving them gifts and all this other stuff. Why? Because he's not taking her seriously. You see what I'm saying? And see, the thing is this, is that why would you follow what a woman is saying and take her seriously when she doesn't take herself serious enough in order to learn how to be attractive outside of her vagina so that she can actually keep the man she is attracted to? How come she's never taken the time to say, you know what, maybe I need to do something to be able to get the things that I want? But then what you do as the nice guy is that you are just giving the woman what she says she wants without her actually having to be attractive. You understand? Because this is the thing. What most of these women do is that they get to the point where they're desperate. And when they get desperate, they start talking all this shit. And when they start talking all this shit, the nice guy's ears perk up. They're like, oh, is that what you want? Is that, I would never treat you like those other guys. I'm going to be the best guy for you ever. I'm going to do everything that you say and everything that you want. And then you take her seriously and then you be that guy and you get shitted on. Crazy. So like exactly. Guys think that women have standards when they talk like that. No, they talk like that out of desperation for never getting their way. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's a fact. Because these chicks out here be talking, they talk shit like, I'm not doing coffee dates. You understand? And the funny part is that women know. Like it's just, when I hear this again, I don't take them seriously because it's funny. It's so funny. Because I'm on TikTok, right? I be watching TikTok videos and shit. And you scroll through TikTok and it's a bunch of women making demands. See, a woman can't demand shit from a man. She can demand stuff from a male, but she can't demand stuff from a man. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But the women are like, I'm not doing coffee dates. You got to take me to dinner, right? And then so what happens is that the guys who comply with that are the weak dudes. You know what's funny? I saw a video where a woman said, she was like, and this is how you know how oblivious they are to this in these situations sometimes, right? She said, don't go on coffee dates. And this was her reason why. She said, don't go on coffee dates with guys because it's low effort. And usually the guys who take you on coffee dates are going on 5, 6, 7 dates a week. She said, don't go with those guys because they're running around messing with all these girls all week. So she said, only do dinner dates. Now, what she doesn't realize, or, I don't know if she realized it or not, she essentially said, the guys who go on coffee dates are going on dates all week. So what does that mean? That means that those are the guys who are the most attractive. So if she's saying demand the dinner date, the guy who's going to take her on the dinner date is the less attractive guy. You see why you can't take him seriously? See, they don't even realize, see, the coffee date guy is the guy they actually want because he's attractive. That's why he can get multiple coffee dates. But they're like, oh, don't do that. Tell him you're only going to do dinner. Imagine, see again, the guys who are going to take women seriously, who are going to listen to what a woman says. So imagine a woman telling you where you need to take her to spend your money. Isn't that crazy? What type of guy are you where a woman is able to tell you where to take her and spend your money? Isn't that crazy? But see, this is what happens when guys take women seriously. They get caught up in a woman's world. They get caught up courting. They get caught up being a gentleman. They get caught up, talking on the phone with the girl for an hour to get to know her. They get caught up doing all these things that the woman wants them to do, right? So the guy is following behind the woman. Whenever you take women seriously, you are following behind the woman. You understand? He's actually, women inherently know when it comes to that sexually appealing man they really want, they got to shut the fuck up and submit to that. That's a fact. That's why it's so comical. That's why it's so funny. But guys, you can call up. Call the numbers 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. So call up if you guys want to call up. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat. Remember, they're not going to be here too long. So, call up if you guys want to get this shit cracking. You feel what I'm saying? And I said 95% of women in life you will initially or eventually charge to the game due to compatibility and women choosing to follow your lead. Right. So the thing is that what happens is a lot of guys, the problem is that when you guys are dealing with women, right, you have to, in its entirety when you're dealing with women, is to not take them seriously, meaning that, and a shout out to Miles, he said this a long time ago, never forget she's a female. Now, when I tell you to not take women seriously, I'm not saying to disrespect women. I'm not saying to treat women any less than anything else. I'm not saying to be mean to women. No. What I'm saying is this, is that when you're dealing with women, you have to understand a woman's position in your life. And her position in your life is to be submissive to you, meaning she's following your program. So the problem is guys who don't have game, don't have a program. So what they do is that they follow women and take women seriously, meaning they're like sitting there with a notepad trying to take notes of what women say they want. This is why a lot of guys get so frustrated on these damn podcasts when they hear women say shit. Yo, these women are crazy, bro. They're saying that you have to have 6 figures and you got to be 6 foot tall and you got to have this. Right? Because they're taking women seriously. You got a lot of guys on the internet now talking about, yo, I'm not approaching these women anymore because these women say that they don't want to be approached. But now they're saying they want to be approached. But then they're saying they don't want to be approached. But now they're saying, nigga, stop listening to women. Stop taking them seriously. Your first mistake was listening to what women are saying for you to do and taking them seriously. What are we talking about here? Oh, I don't like when guys approach me in the street. Well, Locario, they said they don't like when guys approach them. Stop taking them seriously. You understand? Look, let me tell you. There's only 3 times you really need to take a woman seriously. When she says stop, no, and don't. That's it. That's it. You see what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about here? See, and this is what gets you guys frustrated, is because you sit at home and you're on your phone and you're talking to girls online, and you got that girl's number and you're mad that she didn't call you back. She left you on red. This woman flaked. This chick is asking you for money. And it's because you guys are taking them seriously. See, what you should take seriously is yourself, your program, where the direction you're going in, and only give attention to women who are going in the direction that you're going in. So, for example, if I'm talking to a few women and I say, let's say I'm on a dating app or whatever, or I meet some girls in the street or whatever like that, and I'm setting up a date for us to get together and get some drinks, right? So let's say I, am interacting with, let's say 10 women, right? And each of these 10 women, I send them a message saying, hey, let's get together and get a drink when you're free, right? And all I'm looking for is for the woman to tell me when they're free so we can get this drink, so I can set it up. So one girl is like, oh, can we get to know each other more? Nah, we're good. She's done, right? Another girl leaves me on red. We're done. Another girl, she's like, hey, I would actually prefer to go to dinner. No, we're done. Like, I'm not taking, like, and mind you, all this time, I'm not, oh man, why she say she want to go into dinner? Man, why she left me? No, we're good. I'm cool. I'm good. We're good. Have a nice day. Now, the fourth girl, she's like, oh yeah, I'm free, Friday after evening. The other girl's like, oh, I'm free Sunday. So I'm like, cool, let me see. Am I free Friday? Yeah, I could fit her in at 8:00. Sunday, I got some shit to do. I could probably fit her in, but let me tell her maybe we'll do it on Monday, whatever, right? So now I'm only focusing on the women who are responding to me based on what I want to do and not what they're talking about that has nothing to do with what I want to do. You understand what I'm saying? Because if I tell the girl, meet me for drinks, and she's like, can we get to know, can we talk more? I don't give a fuck about talking more. If I wanted to talk more, I would have said, hey, let's talk. I said, tell me when you're free to get this drink. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that a lot of guys, unfortunately, they spend so much time and energy and attention on women who are not doing what they say or who are not following their lead. And then they get frustrated. And see, they get frustrated because they're taking women seriously. See, a woman shouldn't really exist to you if she's not actually going in the direction that you're going in. So meaning, if I say I want A, B, and C, and the girl's talking about X, Y, and Z, then she just disappears. I'm like, we're done. Like, listen, I had this, this is the funniest shit ever. I remember I set up a date with this girl, and then she texted me, I think 2 days before the date, and basically flaked. She was like, she sent me a text like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I'm just going through so much right now. And, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. And I'm so sorry for this and blah, blah, blah." Right. So I saw the text and then I just left it on read and just kept it moving. Right. So then, the day of the date, she texted me again. She was like, "Hey, I didn't hear from you. I just wanted to make sure that, you got the text because I didn't want you to like go to the place and then I'm not there and all this other stuff." And I was like, that's pretty sweet, but I'm thinking like, it's really not that serious. I'm not even thinking about this, but I just found it funny that she wanted to confirm her flake. It was just very interesting. But what I'm saying is that once she told me she wasn't making it, like I literally forgot about her until I got the second text to remind me that she wasn't making it. And I was like, why isn't she texting me again? I actually forgot about her. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm going through my day in my life and she didn't exist until she texted me again. You understand what I'm saying? So you guys have to understand that you got to get into the mindset of, not getting emotionally attached or invested in these women. And see, the problem is that a lot of you guys get so attached because you have these sort of like, fantasies like a bitch about women. Like you guys think about women like how women think about men. Like women be thinking about their wedding day and finding their person and all that gay shit, right? And you guys will do the same shit. Y'all be thinking about the baddie that you want to get with and have as your girl and settle down and all this other weird ass shit. You know what I'm saying? He said she felt some type of way because she knew you didn't read the text. Although she wasn't interested in seeing you, she wanted to still be interested in seeing for validation. That's a fact. That's a fact. Because chicks be doing that. I remember me and Miles was in North Carolina. We was at these these bars and shit. We was out chilling, and I'll never forget this shit. We was talking to this girl, and she was like, some dude was supposed to come and meet her, right? And so what happened is I was like, "Oh, you must really like this guy because you seem pretty upset that he's not meeting you." And she was like, "Oh no, I don't really like him, but I just want him to want me." You know what I'm saying? Like, cause the dude was supposed to come through and see her. And I guess he was kind of maybe in the friend zone or whatever, but it wasn't the guy she was really, really feeling. So she looked at her phone. She's like, "Oh man, he's not even coming, blah, blah, blah," or whatever. And she was with her girlfriend and we was all in a group talking. And so I was like, "Oh man, you must really, really like this guy. You seem really upset that this guy's not showing up." She's like, No, I don't really like him like that. But it's just like, I just want him to want me. I was like, what? I was like, but why? But I was like, but why do you want a guy to want you that you don't want? I was like, you see, this is why I can't take women seriously. I can't take them seriously. You understand what I'm saying? I can't take them seriously. Because they're hilarious. Like, if you really think about it, if you just like chill and just observe, you would see how hilarious women are. Hold on, why is somebody... Do not call me on Teams. Call me on the 844 number, guys. 844. Hold on. Why is this dude? 518. Call me on the air, fam. You got to call me on the next tip, fam. Call me on the other phone. All right, let me try. 980. What's popping? Who's this?
Yo, what's going on, Mr. Locario? This is Israel, and I donated to the Venmo. $10.
So what's going on?
So I got two questions. So the first question is, so I'm getting ready to shortly book a consultation with you in April for the online game consultation, and I wanted to know, like, would that apply for a field? Because I know you mentioned field, a few times before.
Oh yeah, all of that.
Okay, perfect. See, that's why you're the GOAT, man. I appreciate
Oh yeah,
that. And then also too, so my next question was gonna be like, so, and this isn't pertaining to like online dating. I know you said that to get the numbers up, it's like a combination of going out there and approach, and then also utilizing online dating. And what I noticed is that the more I just played the numbers game, just straight like off of not doing any online work, like I noticed I'd be getting closer to what I want. But to really maximize it, like you said, I have to use everything to my advantage and be efficient. So, in other words, like when it comes to field, like when I feel like, would you suggest that like what dating app would you suggest that I use? Because I did check out field and like it's kind of leaning more towards what I want. Like, or would you prefer like what's your preference as far as the dating apps that I should use primarily?
So this is the thing. You should use as many as possible. So you should use Tinder, Bumble, Field, Happening, Coffee Meets Bagel, BLK, Chispa, Plenty of Fish, Match. Use all of them. You understand what I'm saying? Use as many as you can.
See.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, guys. So in other words, like the more, holy shit. So in other words, it's like playing the numbers games as far as like, having as much dating apps on your phone to have more women accessible to you in a sense. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay, and I never heard of Coffee Meets Bagel because and see, this is why again, like you're the GOAT, because I'm just now coming across Field. When I watched the previous live that you did, I think it was last week, and you mentioned Field. Because a caller called in about a situation that he's trying to set up on Field. But then I'm definitely gonna check this out, because let me tell you, Locario, man, like it's really time to really step the shit up to another level, because that's the beautiful thing about this game, man, is that the level there's no cap to it. It's like you're always gonna keep going. Like there's no ceiling. That's the beautiful part, man.
Oh yeah, of course. No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Definitely. I'm gonna do things on my end because, like I said, I'm about to book this consultation with you in April. For the upcoming few weeks, and then of course I'm gonna have my pictures and everything get sorted out. I'm looking into all of that stuff, man. So again, I appreciate everything you do, man. And as a matter of fact, hold on, I gotta. I'll call back because there's another question I want to ask you, but
no, go ahead.
Yeah,
ask it now because we about to. I got to end in a minute, but ask it now. What's the question?
So, in regards like to the numbers game, right? And I just wanted to get a clarification on this. When you say like the numbers game, right, and combining that with the knowledge, of what you and Miles teach, would you say that's like more of the how can I put it? Like the more of like the efficient way to actually, apply the game as far as like having the knowledge, and the resources, aka the Bad Boy membership and Masculine Identity membership, which I'm on both of them, by the way. And then like doing more of the numbers with the combination of approaching in person and online. Is that like, like what you would consider like the smart way to apply the game?
Right. Well, this is the thing. So everyone has to play the numbers game regardless, right? So you can't escape the numbers game. Everybody has to do, meaning that the numbers game, all it means is that creating more volume in order to attract what's for you, right? So the thing is, though, is that the more on point and the tighter your game is, right, the more you're going to get out of the numbers game. So, for example, if a guy has weak game, right, if he talks to 100 women, right, he might get one or two who's interested. You understand? Now, if a guy has tighter game, right, if he's more advanced and he's on point, out of 100, he might get 30, 35. You understand what I'm saying? But either way, what happens is that you still got to play the numbers game, but when your game gets tighter, then you understand yourself more. Therefore, you understand who's attracted to you. You understand patterns more. You understand, okay, this woman is going to be a waste of time, whereas this woman is more likely going to be on point, right? And you see those things quicker. And you understand what I'm saying? Versus a guy who doesn't have game. So guys who don't have game, or their game is weak, I should say, whatever, right? They have to do more because they don't have specific knowledge for them to understand what is a better course of action to take in a situation. So for example, if I go to I will go to a bar or club, whatever, right? And because I understand patterns, and also because I understand the types of women that I really, really like, you understand? Because you also need to play the numbers game to really understand the types of women that you really like, right? Because I know the type of women I really like, and I understand the type of women who gravitate towards me the easiest, I could go to a spot, right, and easily get shit cracking with a woman faster than a guy who doesn't understand those things, who is just throwing shit against the wall. You understand what I'm saying?
No, yeah, because like it goes back to the live that you and Miles did about having like those that have like the know-how but don't really, incorporate the volume like to the most effective way. Right. And that's kind of what's been my problem. But like the past like 2 months, the more I upped it, I was like, okay, now I see. And now I'm just at the point where I want to be more efficient. Like, okay, if I know, like, because usually I'll come across like, 10 in person, but definitely I'm gonna definitely get up with you in April on the consultation in a couple weeks, and I'm about to shoot you guys an email because I just made my purchase and everything. So thanks again, Mr. Locario.
All right, brother. Appreciate the call, fam. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, man. All right. Who's this guy calling me? Was it 518 or 516? Whoever's calling on the teams, call on this number, 844-672-7300. Call on this number. All right, let me see what some of these questions say. Do women with low sex drives are more likely to want providers than women with high sex drives? No. So women with high sex drives or low sex drives still want guys that are going to be with them long term and, have a relationship with them and all that other shit. You see what I'm saying? Doesn't really matter the sex drive specifically. So do you have a shirt that says shut the fuck up and submit? I would buy that's a good idea. We might have to do something with that. Says how to meet women when you don't have the money to go out. You don't need money to go out. You understand? Going outside is free. You see what I'm saying? Taking a walk in a park is free. Right? You understand what I'm saying? So you can do that. It says, hold on. This says, I'm not into dating online. I'm mostly in the real life approaching. Is it way more work with online swiping and having to read messages to see who's following and who's disinterested? Well, this is the thing. You're asking to get on online dating. See, this is the problem. A lot of y'all, what happens is this, right? Is in most cases, you guys are shooting yourself in the foot because you're like, well, I'm not doing online dating. I just holler at girls in the street. Or some guys be like, I'm just doing online dating. No, you need to do everything, right? A lot of you guys, your game is not tight enough for you to be leaving shit out. You need to do as many avenues as possible. Right now, if your game is tight, then yeah, you can be like, look, I just go out and I approach women wherever I go. Or I'm just on the dating apps right now because I'm just, I'm busy and blah, blah, blah. But when you're out here trying to make shit happen and you're learning and you really need to get things going, you need to do everything. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta do everything. It says, with a woman you're considering to be part of your roster, what's your thoughts on giving a woman grace while giving her correction to her mishaps, example, attitude issues, or being on time? No. Okay, see, this is what you got to understand, right? You don't give the woman grace because the woman knows exactly what she's doing. You understand? So when you're dealing with chicks who be acting on that bullshit, it's because they're purposely doing it. Charlie, what's going on, fam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I hope you're doing well and having a great day.
What's going on?
So thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
So I just want to add a quick point to this stuff about, not taking women seriously. One of the things about women, and again, this is not a knock on them. I don't actually care that they do this, but they all just talk. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. So as a man, you got to recognize this,
Right.
because you know it ain't even just about like them talking, but it's a law of the universe that whether it's a man or a woman, if you don't act on what you want, you won't get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So even when she says, I want guys to do this for me, it's like, it doesn't even it shouldn't even come up in your headspace, because it doesn't matter. Because if the person really wants what they want, they're going to act and get it. Right. But the thing about women is that we all know is that they like to be submissive. 99% of women like to be submissive. Right. And so it's like the submissive person just talks, and that's okay. You know what I mean? They can talk all they want. But again, as a man, it shouldn't even matter, because it's like the leader, right? Because you got to like understand something. It's like, not you, but obviously the guys in the chat, and something I had to understand, which is like, if she wants to lead herself to be submissive to you in a sense, she's going to follow your lead, right? So it's like, a lot of girls, they basically want to lead from the submissive position, but that's not actually leading. And again, I'm not knocking women for this, but guys are like, you know, they fall into this trap where they're like, they start to act like women. And it's like, you know what, maybe I should stop approaching women. Maybe I should be a gentleman.
Right.
Like, you're doing the same thing which is you're trying to lead from a submissive position.
Right.
But you say you want to be a man, and the man is fucking dominant and the leader. So what are we talking about?
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense. And I'm gonna add another 20 after this, but I just want to say one more point, or two little things that I thought about, which is that, you know, a lot of this kind of like talking thing, like a lot of guys, they're you know, they care a lot what women say, because, you know, when it comes to sex, they're worried about every which way they're going to try to get sex. And if they can't get it, like, now they feel like they're not valuable. You know what I mean? So a lot of it just comes down to guys' sexual insecurities, you know, about whether they can get sex or not.
Right.
And it's really just such a miserable way to live life. And just even for guys caring about what men or women think, like, it shouldn't even fucking matter. Like, care what you think. Like, I'm not saying don't take people's advice, but like, you just kind of put yourself into misery. And the other thing I wrote down here is that about, you know, because a lot of women just like save face, you know. And you know, you've mentioned it to me mentioned this to me before about, you know, women who save face, and all they're doing is saving face for guys who, you know, they're saving face because they're telling that to the guy they don't like, you know.
Right.
And that's why they're saving face, or they're not trying to lose their position of the guy who they're manipulating right now, which could be a husband or a boyfriend or short-term guy to get money or whatever. But and I'm not knocking that. You ladies do what you do, you know.
Right.
But the thing about it is, one thing I learned is something that just hit me while I was driving in my truck, is that like guys get to the point where they actually get so conditioned by women, because they're such bitches, not women, but the guys are bitches, that they actually save face for the women who are saving face. It's like, it's like, what the actual F?
Exactly.
Yeah, because I thought about it. I had like a like real quick, and then I had a guy come up to me in the gym like years ago, and I basically told this girl that I wanted to fuck her, and not like, you know, let me, I want to fuck you. And like, no, we had a conversation at the end. It was funny because she was very positive and receptive, but at the end, when I told her that, she was like, no, I'm totally not down for that. Anyway, like 20 minutes later, her I guess boyfriend came up to me and was like, you can't be doing that. And I was like, is that who told you that? Is that saying something in the law say that? Like, who the fuck told you that? And it's like, first off, what is a boyfriend and girlfriend? Like, that, the whole thing is that you're clapping cheeks. So, you know, I was like, well, I didn't know that was your girlfriend, so sorry about that, but otherwise, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But what I realized is that he's saving face for his girl who's saving face because she's leading him on because he's a fucking bitch ass motherfucker.
Exactly. That's a fact. Because what real dudes would do is if a dude try to holler at a real motherfucker's girl, he'd be like, hell yeah, he should be. I understand why he hollering, because my girl look good, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. And I've had that situation with some guys, and they're like, oh, no worry, bro. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, they'll be like, you like her? I'll be like, well, bro, you know, I want to step on my balance. They'll be like, oh, she got a nice ass, don't she? Or something like that. You know what I mean? But it's funny because women control such weak men, and in ways like that. And it's funny because what really would have happened if that one guy, that weak ass male, if he didn't go talk to me, she probably would have broke up with him right there. And he probably couldn't live without her breaking up with him. So, I got to go confront Charlie because Charlie's a piece of shit because he tell my girl I want to have sex, even though all guys actually want to have sex. And, I'm just a gentleman and, all this other fuck shit, but
right.
It is what it is.
Yeah, but make sure you're careful out here because some of these dudes, they
100%, bro.
They sensitive. So, but it is what it is because sometimes what happened is that there's, like if you holler at a girl, you don't know she got a man, you know what I'm saying? Like she could just be by herself, right. Man comes later and it is what it is. But just in general, a lot of these dudes are so freaking soft and sensitive that they be all in their feelings and all that. You know what I'm saying? So
right, no, 100%, bro.
You know what I mean?
100%. Well, anyway.
But yeah, man, I appreciate the call, family. Appreciate the call.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
I'm gonna holler at you.
Like you should.
Peace. All right. So I gotta kill the phone lines. We're about to wrap it up. So let me see what some already. I think we got one more question. Where was we at? Hold on. So this one says, is it a red flag for a woman to match with you and then ask you where are you taking me? Where are we going? I notice when women ask that, it's like they expect a certain answer in order to go. Well, a lot of times what will happen is they'll ask you that because you aren't making the plans. You got to, let them know what the plan is, and then they'll know where they're going. See, sometimes women end up getting not aggressive, but more assertive because the man isn't actually taking charge. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to take charge and make that shit go down. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it, man. We about to wrap this shit up. Make sure that you guys go to badboymembership.com, masculineidentitymembership.com, shoplocario.com, and CunninghamElements.com. You feel me? I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will holler at y'all later. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out. Listen. Ask me if I care. I promise I don't care. She told me that she got hurt in the past. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm thinking, what's up with all of that ass? I ain't tricking, bitch, don't ask me about cash. Why these hoes be telling me all they problems? I ain't saving them, ain't my fault they got them. I can't solve them and I could never stop them. All I'm concerned with is hitting the bottom.
She got scarred in her life. I don't care about her life. She got scarred in her life. I don't care about her life.
This girl's looking for a listening ear. Don't she notice that I really don't care? I'm a man, she should go choose the bear. I'll explain to her that life isn't fair. Why you wanna talk to me about your life? I'm just trying to hit, I don't want a wife. You lie saying you want somebody nice. He has your back, you stab his with a knife. You be wanting your friends to be men. You know you don't care about none of them. Or I should say they don't care about you. They only there cause they hoping to screw. You saying guys only want one thing. You frontin' as if you don't want flings. You want the guy with dough, you want bling. Now you wanna be a queen, you want kings. Why you trying to search for a gentleman? Do you think that's how you will get a man? You don't understand, so you won't get a man. I don't want to talk, I am not Letterman.
She got scarred in her life. I don't care about her life. She got scarred in her life. I don't care about her life. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. She's got scarred in in her life.